Straight ahead on CCX News, a Sunday sales pitch.
You have some that are still upset, but then you have others that are really excited about it.
Sunday liquor sales get a big vote of approval, plus raising awareness about opioid addiction. And later, a father-daughter tradition that's all about teaching love and respect. CCX News starts right now. Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us. Minnesota is now one step closer to legalizing Sunday alcohol sales, thanks to a resounding 85-45 House vote.
But this is not a done deal yet. As Eric Nelson explains, there are two more steps in the process.
Consumers themselves, their lives have changed where both Saturday and Sunday are major shopping days for them, and so we're just in a different time.
Sunday is typically a day of rest. Soon it could also be a day to buy alcohol. The Minnesota House has passed a bill that would make it legal to sell liquor on Sundays.
It was a huge vote. It was 85-45.
This is the first of three hurdles the liquor bill has to clear. Next is the Senate, and then Governor Mark Dayton has to sign it.
I am not a supporter of it. I never have been, and I will not be voting for it.
Even those against lifting the Sunday booze ban believe this bill could become law.
Do I think it's going to happen? I think there's every likelihood that it will.
There's a little bit of momentum at the Capitol, and when you see a large number like that, the 85 voting in favor of it, I think that will motivate the Senate to look at it differently.
New Hope Senator Ann Rest will vote against Sunday liquor sales because she believes big box liquor stores will profit and the little guy will suffer, because Rest says consumers aren't likely to buy alcohol on a Saturday and Sunday.
There's no additional revenue, but there's almost 2 months of additional overhead, wages.
You have some that are still upset, but then you have others that are really excited about it. There are liquor stores out there that want to be able to have the option of being open.
Now, the Sunday liquor ban has been in effect since 1858, when Minnesota first became a state. 38 states have already eliminated blue laws like this one. On Wednesday, a Senate committee is expected to address the issue. Mike?
All right, thanks, Eric. A Brooklyn Center lawmaker is among those pushing new legislation to tackle Minnesota's opioid epidemic. Senator Chris Eaton lost a daughter to opioid addiction in 2007.
I just can't give up. I just can't watch another. My daughter was 23.
Eaton joined a press conference packed with family members who have lost loved ones to opioid addiction. The Opioid Reform Act would require doctors and pharmacists to check a monitoring system to see what drugs have already been prescribed to their patients. It also adds a licensing fee on drug makers based on how much of their drug is sold in Minnesota. And Chris Eaton says drug companies actually helped create the problem.
I think it's important that we finally put the blame where it belongs. I believe that they're no different than the heroin dealers, the cartels that we have, only they did it legally. They went out and they sold a bill of goods to the doctors. They put a lot of money into different legislators' pockets.
Senator Eaton says that fee would bring in about $20 million a year to be used for opioid addiction treatment. Right now, she says, addicts are often placed in alcohol recovery programs.
A potential bomb scare in Crystal turned out to be a hoax. Crystal Police and the West Metro Fire Department were called out Monday evening to the Herzing University campus. This after a student had received a strange phone call from an unidentified person who said there was a bomb in the library. Authorities evacuated everybody from the building, and after a search involving the Minneapolis bomb squad and police canine officers, nothing unusual was found. This week, the Crystal City Council will decide whether to approve the purchase of body cameras for the city's police department. Crystal would purchase 10 body cameras at a cost of about $1,500 apiece. Body cameras are seen as a tool that can improve police accountability and transparency and be used to assist police in evidence gathering.
This week, you can learn about so-called Carmageddon. It's the major road resurfacing and bridge repair project along I-94 between Brooklyn Center and Minneapolis. The work starts in late March and goes from Shingle Creek Parkway through the Lowry Hill Tunnel, which will require the closure of one side of the tunnel for about 3 months. And you can learn more about the I-94 project this Thursday from 4 to 7 p.m. at the Minneapolis Park Board building on West River Road. Well, today, another record warm day, and quite the change from what we experienced here in the Northwest Metro just 3 years ago.
Yeah, take a look at this. This is February 21st, 2014, a day Governor Dayton declared a state of emergency due to icy snow-packed roads. On that day, state troopers hadn't seen highways that bad in 25 years. Plow crews had to work for several days straight to clear the roads. A Brooklyn Park man is helping fathers to build strong bonds with their daughters.
Terry Austin started the father-daughter dance 5 years ago, and as reporter Sonia Goen shows us, it's more than just movements on a dance floor.
I got school at 1.
Got school at 1. And then
Got a test today. I'm not looking forward to it.
Terry Austin and his 19-year-old daughter Alyssa enjoy spending time together.
We're both very busy people, but we're close.
At an age when young adults really don't want to have anything to do with their parents, Alyssa says she cherishes the relationship with her dad.
He's a preacher. He loves to tell me what things in life I need to do to become a better person.
Terry also has a younger daughter. He says his love for his girls is what motivated him to start the father-daughter dance.
The father-daughter dance was a way for me to enjoy time with my kids and really just create some memories that will last a lifetime for me and them.
Studies show a father's influence in his daughter's life shapes her confidence and opinions of men.
For my kids to see, positive images of fathers, and hopefully, that's what they want one day is to have a man that'll be willing to take care of their family, to take care of their kids.
Terry says events like the father-daughter dance teach young girls what it means to be treated with love and respect.
It's just kind of great to see a lot of fathers just trying to be engaged with their kids.
And while the father-daughter dance only comes around once a year,
I like to see all the girls get dressed up. That's fun. They really get into that. It's kind of like a prom, high school prom.
The father-daughter tango is something that will never go out of style.
I like to see all the daughters having a good time with their dads.
In Brooklyn Park, Sonia Goins, CCX News.
In the first year, there were 150 participants, so this time around they are expecting 700 people to attend. The event is scheduled for Sunday at the Earl Brown Heritage Center in Brooklyn Center, and we have more information on our website. Well, still to come, Totino Grace aims for a section championship in wrestling. That's coming up later in sports.
Then up next, a health check reminder from this unseasonably warm, sunny weather. It's a refresher on protecting your skin.
But first, one more day of mild weather. Temperatures approach 60 again on Wednesday. The unseasonable warmth over the past few days brought plenty of Minnesotans outside to enjoy some sunshine.
But it's possible to have too much of a good thing, especially if you don't take the necessary precautions to protect your skin from harmful UV rays. In today's health check, we get a refresher course on skin protection. The first day of spring doesn't arrive for another month.
No matter what, people are hopeful for spring, I think.
But if you visited one of the Twin Cities area lakes, spring was definitely in the air.
The sun is a big factor, I think, in getting out and feeling better. And
people were out in full force enjoying temperatures in the 50s. What do you think about this weather this time of year?
We'll take it, but we don't want to have any winter anymore.
All it takes is a little sunshine to get Minnesotans out and about, but dermatologists want to remind people that if you're going to be outside, to protect your skin in the process.
My pitch to patients is wear sunscreen 365 days out of the year, rain or shine, because you just never know.
Dr. Jenny Liu is a dermatologist who sees patients at the HCMC clinic in Golden Valley. She recommends people wear sunscreen that's an SPF of 30 or higher. Failure to do so could result in skin cancer.
Very likely, the most common areas that we see skin cancer are sun-exposed areas. So the scalp, the ears, the nose, the lip, the chest, the hands, the forearms.
Some of the people out enjoying the weather got that message.
Actually, every day.
Every day. Today I put some on.
And I have it on as well.
Yeah.
For others out at the lake, sunscreen wasn't high on their priority list.
I never wear sunscreen.
Usually I don't think about it. I pretty much get red, and then I peel, and then I'm white again. It's just a cycle.
Experts say that it's a cycle people should look to break. Failure to do so can have other consequences.
And in addition to skin cancer is the aging aspect. Over 90 to 95% of the aging that we get on our skin is from the sun. So the wrinkles, the sunspots, the leathery skin.
Which makes protection that much more important. Whether it be through sunscreen, a hat that covers your ears, or long sleeve clothing.
It's very important.
Doctors say that you should apply a teaspoon amount of sunscreen on the face, neck, upper chest, and ears for adequate coverage. For the whole body, you'll need the equivalent of a full shot glass of sunscreen and reapply every 2 hours. Coming up, why it's a day for soup lovers to rejoice.
But first, Maple Grove and Blaine battle for a trip to the state girls hockey tournament. John Jacobson has that and more next in sports.
I'm John Jacobson with sports. Last season, Maple Grove went all the way to the state championship game in girls hockey before losing in overtime. The Crimson were after a return trip to St. Paul when they faced top-seeded Blaine for the Section 5 AA championship. Blaine's Paige Beebe slides the puck across. 2 players battle for it. Ramsey Perrin gets credit for the goal. It's 1-0 Bengals. A minute and a half later, Kenzie Wiley shoots. Beebe sweeps in the rebound, and it's 2-0 Bengals. Maple Grove generates good chances. Taylor Wente splits the D for a partial breakaway, but J.L. O'Brien makes the stop. O'Brien is solid in goal all night. Second period, Blaine's Sarah Ganley fires. Coco Francis with the save. Watch the puck roll along the top of the net before falling. No goal, though. It stays out and remains 2-0. Blaine does get one here, though. Abby Jones gets credit for the goal on the deflection off a skate. That makes it 3-0, and O'Brien makes that lead stand up with a shutout. Blaine wins 3-0, ending Maple Grove's season. The playoffs get underway this week in boys hockey. Here's a look at the section breakdowns from the area. In Section 5 AA, Maple Grove is the number 2 seed behind Centennial. Blaine is third, followed by Champlin Park, Anoka, Coon Rapids, Spring Lake Park, and Osseo. In the quarterfinals on Thursday, Osseo meets Centennial and Champlin Park plays Anoka at Coon Rapids. At the Champlin Ice Forum, Coon Rapids faces Blaine and Maple Grove meets Spring Lake Park. The semifinals are Saturday in Champlin. In Section 6 AA, Edina is the top seed with Cretin-Derham Hall second. Defending champion Wayzata is third, followed by Benilde St. Margaret's, St. Louis Park, Armstrong Cooper, Holy Angels, and Hopkins. Thursday's quarterfinals are at home sites. Hopkins plays at Edina. Benilde hosts St. Louis Park. Armstrong Cooper plays Wayzata at Plymouth Ice Center. And Cretin-Derham Hall will host Holy Angels. The semifinals are Saturday at Braemar and at Bloomington Ice Garden. In Section 2A, Delano is the top seed and Breck is seeded second. Providence Academy is seeded 7th. That tournament begins Wednesday at Parade Ice Garden in Minneapolis. Now to wrestling, where Totino Grace was shooting for its 5th consecutive Section 5 championship. The top-seeded Eagles meeting number 2 Bloomington Kennedy in the finals. At 113 pounds, Grace's Jake Spiel wins by fall. At 126, Marcus Loger gets a nice reversal on his way to a 13-3 major decision for TG. 138, Kennedy's Reese Averbeck gets a takedown. He goes on to get a 6-3 win. Grace answers right back. First period pin here for William Jager at 145 pounds. At 152, Michael Menth drives for the takedown. He wins a close 5-4 decision for Ticino. 170 pounds is Cameron White getting the pin for Grace. The Eagles have a 31-12 lead. Kennedy does make a comeback. Richard Jurian with a pin at heavyweight, but it's 1 point short for the Eagles. Totino Grace wins the section over Kennedy 31-30. Section individual are this week. Most wrestling teams in our viewing area are in Section 5 3A. Cooper was the host for the team portion of that tournament. Maple Grove facing Buffalo in the semifinals. Joey Thompson of the Crimson with a headlock on Jay Andrus for the near fall points on his way to a 5-3 win at 106 pounds. Buffalo's Charlie Damaris has Nick Bugaiski all locked up tight. He gets the fall at 138, and the Bison take an 18-9 lead. At 152, Riley Habish of Buffalo uses the cradle. He pins Sarah Tyson. Buffalo builds a 24-12 lead. The Crimson do make a push. Jack Barrett getting the pin at 170. Maple Grove cuts the deficit to 24-21. But at 195, Josh Scaron will get a takedown for the Bison on his way to an 8-2 decision over Isaac Bamer. Maple Grove falls 36-24. Buffalo lost to St. Michael Albertville in the final. The individual tournament is this weekend at STMA. And Mike Delane, that's it for sports. Back to you.
Thank you, John. The Maple Grove dance team came close to winning a state title this year.
The Crimson placed second in the Class 3A jazz dance competition at Target Center on Friday. They performed The Sound of Silence by Disturbed, a rock cover version of the Simon and Garfunkel hit. Jazz competition is judged on 5 categories, including choreography, execution, and difficulty. In the high kick competition, which is held on Saturday, the team from Wayzata took second. Well, still ahead, chance for Brooklyn Park kids to ride in a parade.
Plus, the place in Plymouth where 40 gallons of soup gets eaten fast. We'll be right back.
Well, forget the front row seat for the parade. Here's your chance to ride in one. You're looking at Gabby Palm, last year's winner of Brooklyn Park's Tater Daze Button Design Contest. The city is now accepting entries for this year's contest. Entries are accepted through the end of the month. Those who enter must be ages 6 to 18 and live, work, or attend school in Brooklyn Park. And for more details, you can visit the City of Brooklyn Park's website. Another perk to winning, besides being in the parade, an unlimited ride wristband for all the inflatables at the Tater Daze Festival. So there you go. Yeah. Well, finally, free soup for you.
Raj Kumar is celebrating his 4th year owning Duffner's Deli in Plymouth. Kumar is the 3rd owner in the 34-year history of the deli. Duffner's is known for its homemade soups Grandma used to make. In fact, he makes 32 different soups in 20 days. Today's specials included chicken noodle, wild rice and ham, and black bean and sausage. There's also vegetarian options. Of course, we had to ask Kumar what makes his soups so good.
I don't know. It just, thanks to him, he helps me to make a soup, you know, and I just follow my heart and love cooking. You know, I love to cook soup, and then I think that's why. I don't know.
Well, Kumar's customers are loyal. He says 40 to 50% of them come twice a week. Now, I've never been there, but I'm craving soup right now. So
you can't beat it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's all the news for now. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
And we'll see you back here again on Wednesday, starting at 4.